take over my
representing K-Ute Radio.
Baby, 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 baby. I love it when I hear your name. Got me saying, baby, baby, baby.
Welcome to K-Ute Radio. This is DJ Y.O.D.A. What's going on, everybody? Let's get right into the show, everybody. Let's get into one of the hot topics. I open up the phone lines because I'm in a place where I can get some really good feedback, and I look forward to it each and every show that I do. Check this out. I'm thinking about playing some beats, but I got something I want to get off my chest. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the hot topic out there. I want to do a shout out, first of all, to the University of Utah, the Women Resource Center, okay? You just don't know how valuable they are, and you don't have to be female to go up in there and get some help. But if you are female and you do need some help, that's the right place to go. 4th floor, Union Building, right here at the University of Utah, okay? Let's get into it. The topic of the day is, and the reason, and let me tell you how I get my topics also. I get my topics from either current news that's in the media now. Maybe I heard, maybe a friend expressed a story to me, and I decided that, hey, I should bring that to and discuss it with the K-Ute family, and that's exactly what I do. Okay? This one right here is actually polygamy. All right? Should it be legalized? Why or why not? Okay? 801-585-3449. Go ahead and hit us up. Hit us up right here live. I need y'all feedback. And there is no right or wrong answer, so don't think of it as a quiz or something. All right? You can stay anonymous or whatever you want to do, okay? That's what it is. I'm talking about opening up the forum so we can talk about it. Because they are talking about this in discussions on top of Capitol Hill. They're talking about legalizing polygamy, okay? I'm just saying, it's on the table, so we're going to put it on the table right here. We're going to slice it and dice it. We're going to dip it in gravy, and we're going to see what we do, if it come out yummy or not, okay? But I ain't never heard of the truth not being yummy for your tummy, all right? Let's see here. I'm not going to go into that. I'll give y'all my little feedback at the end of the show. It'll be called Yoda's Folkcast. Y'all know y'all done seen Jerry Springer and Jerry's Final Thought. I'm gonna have something like that. I'll come back at y'all with that. I want to thank everybody for tuning on in to K-Ute Radio. We got all these hot topics and we got cold beats. This is the Yell Opportunity Demand Action Show, and that's what we do. We give opportunities, okay? And we shout them out. We yell them out. Man, we got a good show. I was thinking just the other day here, thinking out loud, and I asked myself, I said, is Jewish a religion, or is Jewish a race of people? I don't know if y'all feel me on this, but if you do, I was just like, most of the time I think of Jewish as a people. Like a race of people, okay. Just like you got Africans, you got French, and you got. I started thinking Jewish was actually a race of people, and I started thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, I realized how wrong I actually was. Because it's just like any other religion. You're not, there's not a race of people called Mormons, right? There are people that happen to belong to the Mormon church, which is the same thing for Jewish. Jewish people are people that belong to the Jewish church. Hey, I'm opening up the phone lines because I'm up here with a plethora of brains up here. So go ahead and call on in, 801-585-3449. I'm just throwing that on out there. And moving right along, I want to do a big old shout out to the K-Ute directors up here. They're doing a fabulous job. We got nice equipment up in here. I hope y'all can hear me now. Huh? It does sound good. And I just want to do a shout out because we're doing a lot of good community work here. at the University of Utah Community Service. All right, so if you know somebody out there that's getting bullied or getting bullied yourself, call on into the show. 801-585-3449 in between 2 and 5 o'clock Wednesdays. Your host and trendsetter, DJ Y.O.D.A, right here is going to pick up the phone. And then all I want you to do is tell your story. You know, we really lucky today, y'all, because we have a really special guest in the building, okay? His name is Dre Dance. He's been around. He's been one of my, a really close friend and business partner for a long time. Let him know you're in the building.
What's up, K-Ute world?
Uh-huh.
Up here at the University of Utah with DJ Y.O.D.A.
Yes, sir, dog. I just want to, everybody, actually, Dre is actually filming the show. He's with Alive World Productions, okay? And if you got any video work out there you need done, if you're a professor out there and you need your seminar recorded, get a hold of Alive World Productions.com, okay? So just go ahead and hit that up. I don't know if you're an athlete and you want maybe a video, what do you call it, portfolio, a video portfolio, get at us. We'll throw some beats up in there, get some nice angles, some nice shots of you, make you look professional. Okay, that's what's up, y'all. If you got a music video out there you want to get out, get at us. Alive World Productions, okay? You know, back in the days when in Chicago, when I was growing up, there, bullies were there too, and they on every block. So one thing we had to do as children was go to school and bring your butt back home ASAP. Okay, hold up 1 second. That's my phone going off. Hold up 1 second. But my point is this: the bullies, they stayed at school. Back when I was growing up, the bullies stayed at school. But now our children, our young adults, have to bring these bullies home in their back pockets, in their backpacks, via social media. Huh? When I was growing up, I could just go on home. I ain't got to play with nobody. But now somebody can almost assassinate you and your character, shame you, all with a tap of a keyboard. Now when I think about it, mental abuse is probably way more devastating than physical abuse, because at least the physical bruises, they'll go away. The physical bruises, they'll go away, but that mental torment, unless you deal with it, that's going to be there for life. So basically, if you ain't cool in school or socially accepted by your peers, there's a 99.9999% chance you're going to be the heel of somebody's jokes. If you don't run a football, if you don't dunk a basketball, if you don't belong to a gang. Shit, man, y'all almost had me swear on here. I ain't even mad at people for joining gangs now. You have to protect yourself out here nowadays. I'm not promoting it, but I can see how it all came about. And what we need to do now is make these schools safe again. So I'm opening up a forum. Pass it on. DJ Y.O.D.A, go and tell anybody. DJ Y.O.D.A is down there at KU Radio. And he said if you're getting bullied in school, call on down there to the show. And we're going to do something about it. And I hope this catches on like wildfire. I hope other radio stations, other DJs doing movements like this, because this is something that's ain't going away. And it's getting worse. Could you imagine somebody telling everybody something that's untrue about you on Facebook. I'm talking about think of the most humiliating thing that you could ever think of. Shoot, the dude in the Irish football team, the linebacker, what his name? I don't know his name. It slips me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Social media. All that social media, y'all. I don't know what we gonna do about that part of social media, but I know what we can do in the physical. Ain't nothing ever worked better than hands-on. So we're gonna go ahead, and even if it's just a couple people that we can enlighten, even the bully might even be enlightened by us letting them know the effects and letting his parents know the effects their child have on the community. I was watching TV, and it was one of those detective shows, like the reality TV show. Detective said, now, mind you, wait, let me set this up first. Let me set it up first. This is African American Awareness Month coming up, the month of February. Martin Luther King's birthday was just the other day. And I feel great in my Tony the Tiger voice to be American. I'm geeked up. But we still got more work to do. We still got more work to do. All right? Just because you shove out the snow out of your driveway don't mean that you can go nowhere if the street ain't cleared either. So let's get a little bit deeper so we can get traveling up in here. All right? This caught my attention. This is how I know that we have a long way to go. I'm opening up the phone lines for feedback also, because it's just my point of view, and I understand that, and I'll respect yours. 801-585-3449. Detective on TV said there was 2 African Americans and 1 Caucasian. Okay, this is how serious that I want to get, because to the average ear, that's nothing. But to a scholar's ear who's graduated right here at the University of Utah and took all subjects, all sciences, I'm able to figure out, hey, there's something a little bit could be, I need to put this under the magnifying glass anyway, so it's better to do it right here than anywhere else. Why don't we call each other, if we're gonna do this, if I'm African American and that person is Mexican American, why don't we ever say, why didn't he say, well, there was 2 African Americans and 1 French American? Just let that sink in. Why didn't he say 2 African Americans and 1 English American? What if it was, how about this one? 2 African Americans and it was a mixed fella. I believe he was French and English American. It just seems like certain groups are being singled out and everybody else is clumped into one. Now, hey, I ain't got a problem with it. I'm talking about this. I want to just tell the story. That's what my K-Ute family is here for. My confidants. 801-585-3449. I need some help. I'm DJ Y.O.D.A, host and trendsetter. Thanks for tuning on in. I hope y'all enjoying this music selection that I've hand-picked, okay? I decided during the beginning of this semester to really connect with my listeners. You know, not just play one particular genre, but be able to jump around from R&B to blues to hip hop to rock, you know. So and I also, you know, took out a lot of the words that offend people. You know, so I really tweaked this playlist right here. If you have any suggestions, any songs you would love to hear, I would love to take the request. 801-585-3449. That's K-Ute Radio. Hit me on the hip. All right, y'all. So let's go back. Let's recap over the show here. We brought up a few topics. We talked about polygamy for a short second. I threw that out there. Should polygamy be legalized? Why or why not? What you think? Hit me up. I think this is I don't think I really have a stance on polygamy as far as if people should do it or if people shouldn't do it, if they should legalize it, if they shouldn't legalize it. I really don't have a stance because I really believe in human rights and people being with whoever they want to be with. Any fashion that you can think of with a partner, if you're two grown people and you consent to it, or I guess with polygamy, maybe more than two people. 5 people in love taking care of their business. You know, that's, hey, it's none of my business. Hey, you can have it, and I hope you're well. But I'm more of a visionary. I'm not really looking at if it's right or wrong. I'm looking at the future. And is that the type of society that we're willing to accept? Let's talk about it. Polygamy. That's when a man has multiple wives. And as long as he can take care of them, you know, it was considered okay. But nowadays, they're kind of frowning on polygamy. But in the same hand, it's in legislation right now for polygamy to be legalized again. So let's just say that polygamy is upgraded to legalization and it's recognized as a marriage. What can evolve from that? Well, first of all, in this day and age, people have choices. So what you think of polygamy right now will not be the face of polygamy if it get legalized 20 years from now. It looks like this. A man, multiple wives. But if you legalize polygamy, have you ever thought about this? A woman with many husbands. I'll let that soak on in. I know that's kind of heavy. But have you ever thought of that? Where the woman was the head of household and she had 5 husbands. They all get the same tax benefits and breaks and everything else like Americans because they're married. They're legally husband and wives or wife and husbands. Now I'm a visionary. Now I'm not talking now. I'm talking about this is where I feel this will lead. Is it right? Is it wrong? That's not for me to ask or answer. I feel grown people, Americans, should be able to, you know, if I believe in that Statue of Liberty over there in that harbor, I have to be able to accept Americans and what they want to do as their right, as long as they're not hurting nobody. Have you thought about this? What if you're a male, let's say you're a husband or whatever, let's say you're a male and you're bisexual. I know. I'm gonna let that sink in. What if you're a husband and you got men and females? Where you get where I'm going with this? What if you're a female and you want to marry, let's say you're gay, and let's just say you're bisexual. So she just won't have males, husbands, she's going to have wives and husbands. You got to look at it like that, y'all, because everybody wants the same rights these days. If a man can do it, a woman should be able to do it. If you're bisexual, you should be able to do it. I'm just saying. I don't have an opinion on it as far as if it's being right or wrong. I'm just saying, as Americans, where will we take this? What would our family structure look like? Will kids be born and they don't know which one of their parents are their biological parents? Is that okay? Maybe they just consider all of them their parents equally. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. What is the framework of family being affected by legalizing polygamy? Because you got to understand, this is not like back in the days. Polygamy normally was associated with a religion. Nowadays, it doesn't have to be that way. You could be an average Joe out there and have 5 wives, or average Sally and have 5 husbands. If average Sally is bisexual, you can have 5 husbands and 5 more wives. I'm just saying, I'm a visionary. I don't know where it's going to go, but I think I'm on to something. I'm DJ Y.O.D.A, holding down K-Ute Radio, opening up the phone lines for feedback. 801-585-3449. So really, this really boils down to grown people agreeing to be with one another, and that should be a right. Versus being legal and you can have as many husbands or wives, or if you're bisexual, have both genders, as the family as we know it. I believe if this goes into effect, this will change the structure of the family in America. Why you think people cheat? For some strange, something new. What if you could legally do that and keep your spouse informed and do it legally and be one? And so basically, ain't no telling where this could snowball to. You see what I'm saying? Are they gonna put restrictions on it? Is it just gonna be for men? I can hear the women in the background right here in the KU radio, right? I can hear y'all right now. Oh, heck no. He can do it, I can do it. Matter of fact, I was thinking about doing it way back in the day. I just didn't do it. I didn't even say nothing about it. Now hear y'all now. There's nothing wrong with that. I agree. Once you open up Pandora's box, you got to let everybody in. This is America. Huh? Yeah, this is America. So once you open that door, once you open the floodgates, it's on and popping. I bet you a lot of people listening to this show right here today, if they legalized polygamy and it was socially accepted, you might talk to your spouse talking about adding somebody to the family, spice things up. Maybe somebody to help out with the chores. Maybe somebody to help with the children. Maybe another man around the house to help with the mowing the grass. A man to help bring in the groceries. Shove off all that snow. Because if you think about it, that's how families was back in the days in a way. They had children to take care of all the chores. If you was a farmer, you had kids, you relied on your kids as work hands. Well, it's 2013, people. Things done changed. I'm DJ Y.O.D.A holding it down. I want to give a shout out to all the other KU radio DJs holding it down. Coming in, spending your time, giving back to the community. I take my hats off to each and every one of y'all. I think that's something special. I want to give a shout out to the Salt Lake City snowplow removal. Thanks for getting my road this morning. That's how I was able to make it on up in here. I live on a little side street by Liberty Park, y'all. We was snowed in, for real. If you didn't have four-wheel drive, you might as well spend the night. So I just want to give a little shout out to all the plows out there doing their job, making our commute way easier. I know you have a hard job out there, and I feel you. Tip my hat. I'm going to go ahead and get back to some of these beats, y'all. I know y'all thirsty, and they cold, and I'm gone. Representing KU. Representing KU. That's how we do it. Alright. We up in KU Radio doing it like this. This is DJ Y.O.D.A. I'm just at the crib.